Capricorn, welcome to Hattis Hierophant. I am your tarot reader, and this is your general reading for August, mid-August, and we're going to dabble a little bit into September. And the center of your reading, my beloved, is that of the Empress. So a couple of things. First, the Empress represents that of the number 3. Urgent. I'm just hearing urgency. That's all I'm hearing. 3s are an action energy. It requires you to do some work. Because it is the Empress and she is a major arcana and she is the center of your reading, we can expect this energy to last a little while. So if you've been feeling tired and you've been feeling worn out, there was a reason for it. You needed the rest, because you're not going to be resting over the next several months. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that you've been asking for this. You've been asking for this abundance. You've been asking for this ideas. You've been asking for clarity. You've been asking to be closer to source. You've been asking for a better job. You've been asking for more money. You've been asking for that relationship. So all those things you've been asking for are coming. So that tiredness, and I feel like that a lot of you Capricorns have been exhausted, like you can't even explain it. I've had this too. Yes. You've been tossing and turning. Spirit has been taking you on a ride, honey. You don't even realize they've been taking your spirit during this time where you're supposed to be resting, and you've been traveling. You've been spiritually traveling because you've been seeing what's in store for you. Spirit's been showing you. Listen, if you have not been paying attention to the signs, dig deeper, right? Some of you are seeing those numbers and you're seeing the numerology. You're seeing 111, 333, 222, 555, whatever the case, right? The phone rings, you pick it up, it rang 3 times. You hear a bell out of the blue, you never hear a bell, it just rings one time and it's 2 o'clock. Dig deeper. There are messages in there, and how you're going to do that, I don't know. Sources just been coming to me recently about meditating, and I know some of us are like, Crystal, I don't do that. I can't meditate. Start with 1 minute. Go to 2 minutes. Go to 3 minutes. I'm hearing that that's where you're going to get answers a bit deeper than just seeing the frequencies, than getting these halfway dreams, right? You're going to see it there. Listen, I expanded on this energy here, on this Empress, this beautiful, delightful energy. It also represents that of Libra. So some of us, I don't know if some of us are a Libra moon or even a Libra sun. Libra rising. This may also resonate with you as well. You may also have a Libra that's going to help you in all those areas we just talked about. But this is where I'm tripping right here. This is the Jack of Hearts. Beloved, do you know what this is? This is the unconscious becoming real. Piscean energy is 12th house energy, right? It's that energy of you're walking through that dreamscape and then you wake up and you're like, wow, that was delightful. I wish life could be like that. I wish I could feel that joy and that excitement and that freedom and that clarity in that dream like I did here. It is coming to pass. Let's go into your moon energy. This is where spirit is working. This is where your emotions are. And I have that of the Fool. You knew this was coming, Capricorn, because right now you're so intuitive. It's crazy. I feel like some of you are like, oh, I knew that was coming, right? This is the Fool's journey. This is the beginning and the end. Whatever the case, it means freedom. This means new but not new. Right? Let me explain. It's like you know how to ride a bike, but now you're on a motorcycle. You understand that it has 2 wheels and you understand it goes forward. You understand it takes a certain amount of acceleration, but you're going to get there a bit faster on this motorcycle. So you have to learn how to balance on these 2 wheels when before you were just on the 2 wheels of a bike. Now you're on something that is speedy, that is quick, that is fast moving, that is triumphant. Listen, I expanded on this and I also got that of the 9 of Hearts. The message here, my beloved, right, Because I feel like this is something we need to leave behind. And this is that of selfishness, right? But I don't feel like this is twofold. For some of you, what you need to leave behind are those things that you've been dabbling too much in. And you know what that is, right? Some of us is alcohol. Some of it is drugs. Some of it is food. Some of it is we're overspending. I feel like a lot of us are we're using retail therapy, right? As a cure, like somehow you're going to get that money later. It's going to be a slow roll, Capricorn. You're not about to run into a whole bunch of money right now. But what I see it down the line. So you have to prepare for that. Right? Source cannot give you everything all at once. We just couldn't handle it. It has to come little by little. And what's going to happen with you is going to start off really little, really little. It's almost like, have you ever planted a garden? Then you go and you look again, you're like, man, it's not doing anything. And then all of a sudden a week goes by, you're like, oh crap, I forgot to go check on my tomatoes. You go back there and there's like 5 tomatoes on there. You're like, when did this happen? That's how this is going to happen. But you need to get this excess under control. Now, let's get back to that selfish part. I feel like that there's some individuals in your life who are being selfish in the sense of, I'm going to let Capricorn do it. I'm going to let Capricorn take care of me. I'm going to let Capricorn pay all the bills. I'm going to let Capricorn do all the working. I'm going to let Capricorn can do it all. Out of all the zodiacs, Capricorn, you wear the Superman cape. It's true, right? And you're proud to do it. You're happy to do it. But dagnabbit, you're tired. And you're tired because you've been doing it for everyone else. And now it's about to come to you. The fool's journey, the beginning stages of. And know this, right? This is also a warning, being on that fool's journey. You see how he's almost tipping off of this cliff because he's not paying attention to what he's doing? Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to how you're spending your money. Pay attention to who you're spending your time with. Pay attention to who you're giving your time to, and pay attention to who you're giving your money to. I feel like this is a very important message. I feel like that there's something that's been taken out of your bank account. I got this earlier too. There's something that's been taken out of your bank account that you're just not aware of. So do your checks and balances. You're going to find some money there. Interestingly enough, in your moon energy, I have all major arcanas for you. So there is just going to be this transformative energy for the next several months. It's going to blow your hair back is what's happening. Like I said before, it's going to start off as these little seeds. And then all of a sudden you're going to come out and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I have a whole garden of tomatoes. Now, my beloved, what is also in your moon energy? I'm getting excited. The most beautiful card in the deck. More energy of prosperity, more energy of fun, more energy of joy, right? This also represents that of children. It also represents that of Leo, and Leo represents the house of play. And I feel like, Capricorn, you haven't played in a long time. I feel like you've been so busy being responsible and doing the right things and being practical. This is how come you kind of, you went overboard in some areas. Because you felt like, this is the only time I'm going to get to do this. So I'm just going to do it in this one area, and you overdid it. Because you were lacking this joy that Spirit now has in store for you. And this is a double down because Spirit showed it as your center card. And Spirit is showing it as your moon energy. That this is what is happening behind the spiritual closed doors for you, my beloved. Not to mention, we are in I believe we're in Leo season still, if I'm not mistaken. So you are going to start feeling this energy. You are going to start feeling more energetic. You are going to have more clarity. You are going to have more focus. Ideas are going to come to you like all of a sudden. People are like, what? Okay, Capricorn, all of a sudden you're like a genius. Where'd you get these ideas from? Oh, just Spirit and Source. I've been working with my spirit guides, doing a little meditating. So that's what I'm telling you. When you start doing that meditating, that's when you're going to get those downloads. You're already getting signs. You're already getting feelings. You're already passing someone and feeling a certain energy, right? And you can't explain it. That's where you're going to get your answers, okay? And I also have that of justice. It's about doggone time. More Libra energy, number one. Number two, it's about doggone time that things start working out for you, right? And it's not like they haven't been working out. They have, but they've been baby steps, right? For every 3 steps you took forward, you had to take 1 back. For every 5 steps you took forward, sometimes you had to take 3 back, right? And sometimes it was financially, sometimes it was emotionally, sometimes it was in the area of opportunity, right? But the scales are going to start tipping in your favor. You will be justified in all things, right? And also with that, gosh, I got this for Aries too. This is so odd. I'm feeling you're signing on the dotted line. And when I see that, when I see a pin, right? When I see a pin signing on the dotted line, it could be signing contracts. It could be starting something new that requires your commitment, right? So a new job, a new contract, a new opportunity, signing on the dotted line of, yes, I will marry you. Yes, I will get this new apartment. Yes, I will get this new car. It is a committed energy when I see the pin. So I do see that. And some of you are actually going to have to go to court, to a courthouse. That's how come I'm seeing like marriage, or perhaps there's just something legal. Maybe it's something about, you becoming a U.S. citizen, that there's something to where in the next several months, and for those of you who do have to go to court and you do have to sign documents, it's going to be over the next several months. It's just not going to be a wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. So I don't know if you all are waiting for something. I just keep hearing slow roll all around. So whatever you all are expecting, know that it's coming. Know that it's already here, right? Know that it's already here. It's a little bit more slow coming because Spirit is saying you're just not ready for all of it yet. You're just not ready for everything I have in store for you yet, no matter how much you think you are, right? Because Spirit wants this to be long lasting for you. And for it to be long lasting, the only way you appreciate it, Capricorn, this is just who you are. You were born under that of Saturn. The only way you appreciate it is if you had to work for it. When something is just put into your hands so freely, yeah, you'll like it for a little bit. You'll even treat it right and good for a little bit. But if you don't have to work for it, eventually the novelty wears off. And Source is like, no, I don't need this to be novel. I don't need success to be novel to Capricorn. I don't need a good relationship to be novel to Capricorn. I don't need a good job to be novel to Capricorn. I need them to feel like they've earned it so they can respect it. That's just who you are. Listen, let's go into your sun energy because I'm over here just rambling off. And I have that of the Four of Wands. This is the commitment card. It's the commitment that you have with another person. It's the commitment that you have with another, I'm trying not to use that word. It's a commitment that you just have. Let's say that. You signed on the dotted line, right? This is also a commitment that you have with Source, that Source has with you. You're going to see this commitment in your ego energy. This is going to start showing up, right? So for those of you to where you haven't felt stable, right? And this is also leadership energy, even though coins typically represent that of work and job. This represents that of the people within those areas. So some of you are going to be promoted, right? And I don't mean promoted as in, okay, now you have this position of this title. And some of you, yes, but promoted in the sense of you are going to be the go-to person. Does that make sense? And with that go-to person is going to come more respect, more opportunity. You're going to be seen more as far as your worth. Now, I also have that of the Four of Swords. I just keep hearing it's about doggone time. That's all I keep hearing. It's about doggone time. And because this is in your sun energy and it's not in your moon, my expectation of this you feeling tired and exhausted is coming to an end. You see how he's lying down there? Remember how I said that that's where you've been. You've been in spirit world. Spirit's been showing you your future because you've been doubting it. You've been doubting spirit, right? It's almost like they took you and they said, this is all for you. This is everything you have manifested. But when you stop believing it's not for you, I have to close this door of offering it to you. So Spirit said, you know what? No, Capricorn deserves it. They deserve it. They've suffered enough. So since I can't show them, since they can't see it in their sun energy, I'm going to have to show them someplace else. I'm going to have to show them someplace else. This is really just double down on what I'm saying. You have not been sleeping. And you haven't, you've been tossing and turning. Some of you have been feeling like, certain energies and this isn't for you to be afraid, because this isn't fear. This was really protection. This was really source, just like, have a belief system in you, in your energy, in your strength, and in your power. This exhaustion is going to soon be over, because you're going to soon get clarity. You see how this is already in your moon energy, so I can expect that this is going to start happening in your sun energy. Again, it's just going to be, I'm feeling like it's going to be another couple of weeks to where you're still just here. To get out of it faster, I'm trying not to sound like a broken record. Meditation is going to help you with that, okay? Also in your sun energy is that of the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is making a decision based on information that you already know to be true. This is really you weighing your pros and your cons because you have all the facts, right? Should I stay at this job and take this other job? Should I buy this house or get this other house? It's almost like, I feel like you have a lateral position, a lateral decision to make, right? And what I mean by that, it's job from job. Should I move from this house to this house? Should I get this car to this car, right? I'm not feeling so much relationship. I'm feeling friendships. There is a friendship in here to where, I don't know if you kind of already know who they are, what they're about. Do I want to focus on that friendship? Do I want to invest? That's a better word. Do I want to invest in this friendship now that I know what I'm dealing with? It's like you have all the facts. Now it's time to decide. Because the pinnacle after this is the Three of Pentacles. And remember how we talked about threes? Those are actions that are required by you. So once this decision is made, we know that now you're on that path. You're on that journey. And there's no turning back. This is the good news, because you're like, what decision should I make? We have that of the King of Spades, also that of the, I keep hearing authority. I keep hearing authority, the Emperor. And this energy represents that of authority and that of wisdom and that of experience. You were able to make this decision based on what you already know, because now you're wiser. Now you know what to expect. It's not like you don't, you do, because you're comparing apples to apples. So don't feel like that you don't know, because you do. Use your authority, use your wisdom, use your experience to help you make that decision. And by the way it looks, because I'm looking your immediate present, that a decision will be made, because we have that of the Page of Pentacles. This is a small energy. And what I mean by that is, it's like you are training to do, right? You are reading up on. This is the baby stages of that choice that you made that now you have to study for. Does that make sense? If you get a new car, you got to read that owner's manual. You get a new job, you have to go through training. If you decide that you want to move forward with that relationship, we got to set some ground rules, right? So we have made a decision. There is going to be, and it's going to move a little bit slower, but I feel like, again, that is absolutely necessary, because it's almost like, I feel like, and this is what I just heard, I feel like Source is vetting your promise. Source is vetting your promise. because it needs to be long lasting for you this time. That's what I'm hearing. And it's going to happen. What? This is in your immediate present. So when this has happened, when that decision is made, right? When that decision is made, it's going to be made quick, fast, and in a hurry. And the reason it does, because when you make that decision, you're going to be so definite and have so much clarity about it because of this wisdom that you have. Another major arcana, right? We have the 7 of Hearts. And this is about having new feelings, being creative, tapping into your creativity. You know, when I looked at this in more detail, and I never have until today, right? The only thing that makes me feel a little bit weird is that. That makes me feel a little bit weird, right? So 1 out of the 7 cups is good news. You have growth and opportunity. You have enlightenment and imagination. You have stability in home. You have jewels and prosperity. The snake represents going in and out of consciousness, being able to travel between here and spirit. You have that. This I don't understand, and here is where the secrets are. There's one more secret that's going to be revealed to you. And I don't feel like it's a secret of knowing about what someone was doing, what they were saying, how they were saying it. I don't feel like it's something as trivial as that. I feel like it's something more cosmic. Like the secret is going to be unlocked on what your purpose is, on why you are here. It feels more spiritual. And I feel like you're going to get that sooner than later. Listen, that is all I have for you. I'm absolutely excited and ecstatic about the energy that I'm feeling for you. And I absolutely adore you.